Hello, in this video, I'm going to be building this 3-point uh, connector for a tractor. I got one comment and I went, hang on, let me build that real quick. So it's got the 3 points. It's got up and down. I'll show you it while I'm building it. It works pretty good. It's not like obviously when you go too quick, it starts to like mess up these. But that's just because it's a tractor, and tractors I don't believe go over 40 kilometers. So I don't believe you need to be going 200 kilometers in a tractor. So yeah, let's start. So first thing you want to do is make sure you're on plastic. For the time being, you can go to steel and other material. Just right now, go plastic material. Go into your crafting, your parts, and get a beam. So you want to get the beam. You want to make it probably however long you want that's connecting into your craft. So if you've got a tractor that's already built that doesn't have the 3-point connector right here, this is where you're at it. So you make sure you have it placed there, and then you have a look. Let me double check. Okay, so it's 3. So mine's going to be 3. And then I'm going to place another one. So I'm just going to copy that and then place it behind it on the very bottom. So it's going to be like a weird looking shoe looking shape. And then I'm going to grab an axle that is 11 blocks long. So it's got 5 on each side. Now I'm going to grab another beam and make it 5 long and put it on the tip of the axle. So it should look like a weird looking creature. I don't know. You can see it right here. Make sure you got pretty good viewing angles on it. Now you're going to grab a sloped beam. So you can just go in here and you want to make it 4 by 2. So 4 by 2, which it looks like this. Or if you look at the graph, it'd be 4 long and 2 wide. 4 wide, 2 long, and 1 height. So it's only 1 thick. It's going to grab that and duplicate that and chuck it on the other side. So now both the sides are symmetric. So now it looks like claws. Now you're going to grab a socket and axle H. You just need this little ball socket right here. You need to grab 2 of them. You will need 3. So just copy that and just put it away for a second. Because now we're going to do the middle crossbar that allows the top bit of the 3-point tractor connector. So now you're going to grab another beam and put it one ahead of the axle that you placed back here. And you want to make it 3 long. Just like this, 3 long. I'm going to grab another axle and pop it in there and just make it on each side. So make sure it's only 5 bits long. So it's going to be odd. So then it has a middle point. Make sure that this is rotatable. Make sure these are rotatable. Because this is where the craft is going to be. This is the craft part. So this should flop. This craft here. So all this should flop. Because this is where your craft would be. So now you want to grab another sloped beam. Just another one real quick. And place it in the middle where you place that axle. And you want to make it 6 by 4. So 6 long. So 6 long right there if you look at my cursor. And then 4. So go down by 4. And then make sure that's correct on my side. 6 long, 4. 6, 4. Okay, good. Now, we're going to grab a block. Just one, I'll grab like a beam. And make it the tiniest as possible. So it should be 1 by 1. And then put that on the tip of that sloped beam you put. Now, with that socket and axle H that you left, you want to place that in as well. And you want to make sure it can rotate left to right. Same as these ones as well. So make sure it can go up and down or it can just spin. Whatever, freely it can spin. After you have done that, now you've basically completed the frame of it. Now you need to get the pistons that can lower it and make it smooth. So if your tractor needs to go over a bump and the trailer needs to be up higher, you can just pop it up. So now you can just grab an axle and make it too long. So it should be going in. Make sure I'm correct over here. So it should be one away from the middle bar where the arm goes across. Should be right here. Should be one on each side. So should be one left, one right. Then now you'll need to get a 2-hole and axle times 2. So it's got 2 little cylinder cut opens where you can add a axle. Now you want to place that and put that on that axle you just placed, that 2 long axle. So now it should look like this. Should have it so it's symmetric. There shouldn't be anything bad about it. Should look perfect. Now you want to grab a beam again and then build our little bar right here. It should be 5 long. Should it be 5? 2. Yeah, so it should be 5. So totally 5. So put in the middle. Okay, it should look like this. So it should be like a T. This is where your tractor. This is where your tractor part will connect. So just don't forget that. A T here, like a little city man or something like that. Now you want to get a angle 150 beam. So that is up the top of your blocks, and it's an angle 150 beam. So it's 150 degrees, and you want to place that on the tips of that block you placed. On the outside, make sure this little slope is facing back towards your tractor, just because it looks nice, looks a bit cleaner, and it's better to, I don't know, it just looks better in general, to be honest. So, and it gives you a longer piston as well. Now you want to grab an axle and make it, once again, 2 long. And put that on the other side as well. Make sure you put another axle on top of the 2-hole axle as well, times 2. Make sure you put that one on there as well. Do that on both sides, so it should look like 2 little prongs coming out, as well as the 150-degree beam. Now you want to get a piston. You want to get a medium piston, and like the bottom part, the gray grabby part, the bit that actually goes up and down. I'm gonna grab that as well. That's why. Make sure you place it correctly. See how I placed it and it wasn't correctly? If it's doing like a weird looking, like if it's not like straight like this, flip it, and it should be on the right side, because one is actually at the 45 and one's at 90 degrees. So make sure, I'm just gonna flip that real quick, make sure that's all correct. Whoops. Okay, that's good. Now double duplicate it and put it on the other side. So now they're both looking straight. How tall is this? 3, 3. Oh crap. Okay, that was my bad. So this middle bar here is supposed to only be 2, because this top bar is supposed to be on top. So just drop that down, and then just do the same thing back down like this. Make sure these are all correct. Should slip in perfectly like that. And just lower this one back down. Make sure it all clicks back in. You just drop it if you want. Okay, it didn't. I've got to hate when these axles in this game do that. So make sure it connects back up. So now it's perfect. Now it should be connected. Obviously make sure you both have a side. Okay, now it's connected, which is great. Now you can move it, but still you need to do some adjusting on, like you need to make it so it can actually rotate. So you want to make the rotatable ones on the 150-degree beam on the do it on the beam itself. Don't do it on the piston. And you want to add one at the very bottom of 2-hole axle times 2, where it actually goes inside of the beam, as you can see I'm doing. So now when you have it connected, right now it's actually just pushing to the ground, but this would be your big giant heavy tractor. This would be where the beam connects. Now you want something where if you had a trailer, it could connect to the trailer. So now you want to get, grab it real quick. I'm gonna grab a ball and axle. So just a ball and axle. It's gonna be 2 long. And then you want to grab another one and put it up top. Make sure it's all 2 long. So it's, now you want to grab a beam and connect these all up. Make sure they're all rotatable so they can all rotate. And then grab 1x1 beam as well for the top part of the point. Make sure it's rotate so you can rotate. Now you want to build a frame off it. So now you want to get a 2x2 block. I mean a 2x1 block. It's a block that goes 2x1. So it should be 2 long, 1 thick. And you want to grab a slope that is 4x4. So it should be symmetric. So it should be like a square. Shouldn't be a rectangle. Let me grab that slope. It should be 4x4. 4x4. I'm going to place this one out like this. So make sure you flip it and it should look like a claw. So it should look like a claw that hasn't fully closed yet. So now that's the frame. So now this should work when you add it to a vehicle. So now that should fold together. I'll show you the settings real quick because I forgot because I copied it off the other one. So it's got 10 smoothness. So it's smooth control. It's got no invert directions. It's got no player and seat because you might want to do it outside your seat. It's got no toggle, so you don't have to toggle it. Max speed is 30.30. So it's 0.30. So it's 30% of 100. Peak force is 1000. Maximum it can extend is 1, so it's 100%. So it can extend the max you possibly can. Okay, now you've attached it to your vehicle you want to attach it to. Now you want to get a trailer. Move this out of the way. You want to find the middle part of this, which is 17, which is right there. Always, usually, this little gray circle here is middle, dead middle. If it, of course, it's not going to be middle if your block isn't odd. That's just common sense. If you don't know that, now you do. So you want to make sure it matches up. And you can kind of tell if it looks it. So if you look, it says 3 on each side and 3 on each side. So it's 3 here, 3 here, symmetric. It's actually more, it's actually 4 and 4, but it's just symmetric. You see how it's like slanted? Now if you press middle mouse button, you can whatever controls you actually added for it. Now you can actually smooth it out. So you can go low enough until that starts breaking. You can get rid of it if you don't want it, or you can make it so it can rotate. The only problem if you could rotate is you have to make a whole straight bar and it has to be a one single piece. So like this is probably pretty good. Plus this truck is really high compared to this. Of course your thing will be the same level, your same distance between the ground and the wheels. But this is perfect. This is actually what it's used for. Like if you had a mower in the end, you want to mow some your lawn for tractor or add a grater, a mulcher as well. I've seen that a couple of times. I've actually used one with a mulcher in the back. Gives you the ability. So when you start it, of course you won't be going too quick. This might show the speed. So you max you'll be going is 20 kilometers. You don't go too quick. And it works pretty good. It does glitch a little bit. But when you're on a tractor, you can probably make like a little attachment that actually smooth it out. You can even add like another little socket that actually bends the 2 prongs. But it's a bit glitchy. This game doesn't really have a lot of see how to use 150 degree. It might be a mod. I have seen it in other creations modded on the workshop where it can rotate and you can have like a smaller block in it. Currently, I have no idea how to do that. I've only had this game I only have a couple hours in the game. I'm hoping to edit a picture of my hours, but I only have a little bit of hours in this game. But yeah, so this is the best way to do it. I've never built this before. If you've got better ideas or even you got something else you want to do or want me to do, this is from a comment I got on one of my videos. Or actually, I think it was, I'm not sure which video it was. Let me just check. It was from Spooky Ma 2. I commented it on my suspension video. Good. I hope you guys like the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.